Hello everyone, happy Halloween. Back by popular demand and very much necessary, I've asked the great sports card psychologist, Dr. J. Mangini, to help us with some troubling issues that have been occurring in the hobby. My first question to Dr. Mangini is, Doctor, why are a lot of YouTubers cracking up and have unrealistic expectations for their channel?
Freud described this when he spoke of the ego and the id. And with social media, he takes it further when he talked about the superego. And that is where we think what we have to say is important and other people want to hear it, when in reality, they do not. And so we tend to have a higher view of ourselves and what we have to say than the rest of the world does, and especially the rest of the YouTube world.
This next person's case is difficult for me to discuss because he's so near and dear to everyone. And I guess I'm kind of looking at this as an opportunity to have an intervention. What put me over the top with Theo at Clemente Collector is when he bought Roberto Clemente pajamas, the kind with the feet in them. I became increasingly concerned. So my question, Doctor, is, will Theo ever collect anything besides Roberto Clemente?
That's a good question. You see, for Theo, his channel name is Clemente Collector. In order to collect anything else, he would have to do a drastic rebranding. And that is not something that is easy to do. It would require small changes made over time in order to rebrand him where he would collect anything other than Clemente. But with his new direction of aligning with an auction house, I think it is probable that he will now collect money in addition to Clemente cards.
Thank you, Doctor. Your words of wisdom are profound as usual. Has Double D, aka Dylan, ever had a bad day in his life? And is there any vitamin supplement that the average collector can take to achieve his level of euphoria?
For Dylan, it's really a God-given euphoria. Now, back in the 80s, we had a product that was widely used, and that could recreate that euphoria, but usually comes with extreme crashes and other problems as well. It's difficult to recreate that, what Dylan has. However, it can be done by drinking 3 pots of coffee.
Doctor, we can't thank you enough for how much you've helped us. I've saved the last question because it's the most disturbing and needs to be addressed. Doctor, there was a case recently where a man was sneaking in old 70s wax packs into his garage. His wife caught him. She tore up the cards, took the bubble gum, the 40-year-old bubble gum out, chewed it, and then stuck it in his hair. Very disturbing. Doctor, how do collectors delicately ask their wife for a bigger card allowance so this doesn't happen again? I know this is a sensitive area, but it must be discussed.
There are a few different techniques to address this. The first is what I refer to as the buttering up technique. For instance, if your wife comes out and she has two outfits and she says, "Which one do I look better in?" You answer, "Baby, you look beautiful in both of them. They both make you look so thin." If this technique doesn't work, then we move on to the second technique, and that is bribery. "Hey, baby, how about we go to the mall and buy you a purse or some shoes?" Or another technique, "I was thinking maybe you and I go away for a romantic weekend. And by the way, there's a card on eBay that I want. Would you mind if I buy that?"
You know what I like to do after a good counseling session? I like to show baseball cards. Well, I have to show you a really good card right now. A 1961 Mickey Mantle Bazooka Panel. Only 4 have been graded an 8. There's been another one that's been graded a 9 and a 10. I looked at both of them. Take a look at this 8. Now, on behalf of Dr. Mangini and I, we gots to go. Bazooka Panel, 1961. PSA 8. Population 4. So only 2 graded higher, 1-9, 1-10. But I'll tell you what, I saw those 9 and 10, and I like this 8 better. That's a true case of not the grade, but the card, and here's a case of it right here. 1961 Bazooka Panel, Mickey Mantle. Beautiful card. Join us next time on Classy Sports Cards.